Let's begin with our set review of Rising Rampage. We're going to go through these one at a time, hopefully not spend too long, because, spoiler, there's not a lot of good cards in this set, but we'll see. Card number 000 is Capshell. Level 2 Dark Fiend.
Hello.
You can only use one of the following effects of Capshell per turn, and only once that turn. Thanks for the gifted stuff. Appreciate it. If this is tributed, draw one. If it's used as a material for Fusion, Synchro, or Link, draw one. And if it's detached, draw one. Well, interesting. I don't know how easy it is to get to a Dark Fiend level 2 in your deck. But there you are. Is this a secret rare? This thing's a secret rare? Konami. Konami, dude. Malivora support. Almirage, draw one. Oh, dude. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, sure. Almirage, draw one. So we got a Cyberse level 3 light monster. During damage calc, if your Cyberse is attacked, discard this. Take no battle. You can only use this once per turn. During the end phase of this in the grave because it was discarded. Special it. So it's like a slightly better Honest for Cyberse because it comes back to the field. Not very good. Anything that relies on the battle phase generally is not a great card. Cross Debug. Dark Cyberse level 2. If you control 2 or more links, special this from your hand. During damage calc, if your link battles, banish this from your grave, target a link in your grave. Your battling monster cannot be destroyed battle. Also enter this turn, it gains attack. See, all of these, like, attack manipulation cards, like, it's like the anime, you know? Like, that's how, like, most of the anime works, is, like, just a bunch of, like, attack manipulation stuff. I mean, it's good. First effect, for, like, link spamming and stuff. Control 2 links, special from your hand. And then all of this here, all this random, like, garbage about attack manipulation, it's just a bonus effect, because realistically, you know, you just special from your hand, I guess, is what this is for, so it's alright, I guess. I don't know if it's like got any space or any position in a Cyberse deck, because Cyberse are going to become pretty good at some point, you will see. Next card is Marine Cess Seahorse. So this is, I believe, the best Marine Cess monster. This new card, new set, new me. Cyberse, link spam. You make a bunch of water dudes. I think it has a decent amount of synergy with Paleo as well. Cyber, so they're all searchable by mining. And I think you can do like one card link combos, like climbing all the way up to link 3 or something. So pretty good. You can special this from your hand to a zone of Marine Cess points too. You can only special it once this way. During your main phase, except the turn it was sent to the grave, banish this. Special water from your hand to a zone of link loss points too. You can only use this once per turn. So I think that you can search her with the link one. I'm not sure. We'll get there in a second. We'll see how they are. But this is the first prismatic secret rare actually. So it's like secret rare, but it's got like, you know, like those old Hobby League crosses and stuff. I think that's what it's like. And obviously she comes in original Ultra form. So this is Marine Cess Sea Star. I don't think this is the good one. Send this from your hand to the grave. Target Marine Cess, it gains 800. Can only use once per turn. Twice per turn. There you go. Yeah, it's like a bonus honest effect for twice per turn, you know. Konami would fix a lot of cards if they just put things like, you know, twice, 3 times per turn on the card. Hypothetically, Firewall would have been balanced if it just said, you know, twice per turn. You know, 3 times per turn, Firewall might have been fair. Like, even though it's crazy, but it might have, like, not FTK'd if it was 3 times. Who knows? There's a bunch of more Marine Cess cards, I believe. I don't know why they do this. Like, they put all the archetypes together. So, like, card number 3, the card number 4. And then it just goes all the way down to, like, 41, 42, 43. I don't know why they do that, but it would be nice to read them all together. Maybe I should just do that. Since we're on topic of Marine Cess. So let's quickly read those ones. There's probably a bunch of spell and traps that I'm forgetting, but this will do for now. So this is the good one. I think this is the one that basically starts all your combos here. So level 4 lower Marine Cess, Link 1. Link 1s generally are busted for their respective archetypes. If this card is Link summoned, target a Marine Cess in your grave, accept herself and add it to your hand. Can't special for the rest of the turn except waters. You can only Link summon 1 blue slug per turn. So you normal summon, I think it was the Sea Star. Yes. You normal summon Sea Star. Link summon this thing. She adds back the Sea Star. Then you special summon the Sea Star to this zone. And then you make the link 2. who targets a water with 15 or less in your grave and specials it to this zone, and then that links up into Marble Rock. So it's literally a 1-card link 3. Sea Star is, so make what you will of that. That's pretty good. Decent. Makes, like, you know, a pretty decently good boss monster, link 3. Just off of 1 card, so, you know, put a toad under it or something. So, yeah, it's alright. If this card is sent from the field to the grave, target a marine cess in your grave except herself and add it to your hand. You can only each effect once per turn, so, you know, and then when you link her off, you can add it back to your hand again and do the same thing again next turn. Swap frog plus a water as a link 3 and toad now. Yeah, right, exactly. So, you know, it's decent paleo stuff you can do with it. Unfortunately, I don't think any of them can search the Widow Anchor. They have a Widow Anchor, but I don't think you can search them with any of the monsters, which is unfortunate. That probably would have made the deck legitimately, like, meta. But for now, it's probably not that competitive. But we'll see, we'll see. Target a marine cess card in your graveyard, except Marble Rock, and add it to your hand. You can only use effect once per turn. When opponent's monster declares an attack, send a marine cess from your hand to the grave for that battle. Monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, you take no battle damage. So some protection effect as well from battle. Yeah. I think there's some other marine cess cards in here, but they don't have marine cess in the name, and I can't remember the name. So we'll just keep going down the numbers. So we've got Dino Wrestlers up next. Marshal Ankylo. Level 2 Dino Earth. During damage calc, if another Dino Wrestler you control battles, quick effect, send this from your hand to the field. That monster can't be destroyed by battle. The attack of your opponent's battle monster is half the damage. Like, are you guys seeing a pattern here with all these, like, pack filler archetypes? Like, just, like, discard from hand. Battle effect, no battle damage. Battle damage, half this. Save monster, protect the monster. Like, you know, it's all the pack filler archetypes. You know, if you ever watch the anime, if you just focus on the battle phase in the anime, like every other battle phase in the anime, and any series of Yu-Gi-Oh, they're all fancy negate attacks. You know, like, I protect my monster with this very specific negate attack. Haha. Because I control an Xyz monster and you control an Xyz monster, and my Xyz monster has no materials, I can protect my monster from battle, or etc. Right? Like, that's, anyway, that's a sidetrack there. During the end phase, if this is in the grave because it was sent there from the field this turn, special it, but banishment leaves the field. You can only use it once per turn. Cool. Great. End phase, special summon a level 2 Dino with 1,000 attack. I don't know. Does that do anything? I don't think that really does much. Sure. And then another Dino Wrestler here, Rambraccio, level 5, 16 at attack. When your Dino inflicts battle, specialist from your hand to defense, you can only use this once per turn. Your opponent can't target other dinos you control with card effects. Okay, well, I mean, some protection there, I suppose. Protection of targeting. I don't know. That's a long-ass neck, though. Did I miss DMZ Dragon? I did, didn't I? Level 4 Dark Dragon. 2,000 defense. Once per turn, target a level 4 or lower dragon in your grave, and a dragon you control. Equip that monster in your grave to that monster on the field as an equipped spell that makes it gain 500 attack. At the end of the damage step, if your monster equipped with an equipped card attacked, you can banish this from your graveyard. Destroy as many cards as possible equipped to that monster you control, and if you do, that monster can make a second attack in a row. Okay. Not quite DMG drag. Oh. Yo, this card art, though. Ooh. That right there. Ooh. Thighs, though. This is Fortune Lady Past. A level 1 spellcaster tuner. Question mark attack and defense. The attack and defense becomes its level times 200. During your standby, increase this level by 1, maximum 12. You can target a Fortune Lady you control. Banish any number of other spellcasters from your hand, field, and or grave. And if you do, increase or reduce that monster's level by the number of monsters banished until the end of this turn. You can only use this once per turn. Target a Fortune Lady you control. Banish any number of other spellcasters from your hand, field, and or grave. And if you do, increase or reduce that monster by the number of monsters banished. So you can target herself. Banish some guys from your grave or hand, turn 1. And then increase her level to like 3 or 2. Maybe make Ib. I guess you can go there. What are they supposed to summon? Is there like a synchro boss monster that I'm unaware of? Any Fortune Lady players here? I'm not really sure what this is trying to achieve. But sure. You have a tuner here that can modulate its level based on banishing spellcasters in the graveyard. What's it called? They have a new synchro. What's the synchro? All right, I'm sure we'll find it in here at some point. Yosenju Sabu, level 4 Beast Warrior, effect 17 attack. Once per turn during the end phase. If this was normaled, return it to the hand. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If this is normal, to control another Yosenju, add a Yosenju Pendulum from your deck to your hand. Actually both. You can use both the effects. Target a Yosenju card you control. Place a Dizzying Winds of Yosen Village or Yosen Whirlwind from your deck. Face up in your spell trap zone. If you do, shuffle the targeted card into the deck. So you can target himself. And he's like basically like a +1. That's pretty good, honestly. I don't know how good these cards are. I think these are like old as hell. Yosen Whirlwind. Cross Souls. Wow. Activate this card by paying 800. If it face up Yosen, returns to the hand. Target a card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. During the end phase, unless the effect was activated this turn, destroy this card. Oh, okay. Wow, never mind. It destroys itself. And then Dizzying Winds. If you control level 6 or higher, Yosenju. While you have a Yosenju in your zone, Pendulum Zone, most will return to hand their card effect, shuffle into the deck instead. So I guess the combo, quote unquote, is that instead of bouncing monsters to your opponent's hand, you shuffle them into the deck. This is pretty bad. I don't know. But this guy is okay, I guess. I don't know. Those cards don't seem great. You know, a +2 is only as good as what it searches. And if you're searching Yosenju cards, not really sure how much value that +2 really has. I don't know. Mayo Senjo Hito. Alright, here we go. We got a pendulum dragon dude here. Well, he's a beast, but, you know, he looks like a dragon. Why is it a beast? This is not a beast. It's like a worm. Anyway, pendulum. Target a Yosenju card in your zone for the rest of this turn. Its pendulum scale becomes 11. Cannot special monsters except Yosenjus, even if this card leaves the field. During your end phase, return this to the hand. You can only use this once per turn. Can't be specialed except by pendulum summon. This card is normal or specialed. Target a card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. Each time a card in the field is returned to the hand, they're main deck by your card effect. While this is on the field, all Yosenjus gain 500. During the end phase, if this card was special, return it to the hand. It's really weird. They're trying to make Yosenju like this weird like pendulum deck. But he's got a good effect, like just on summon, bounce a guy. And I suppose it makes the scales 11. That's only for the rest of this turn. So you need like 2 of him. Make something an 11 scale. And then special the other one from your hand. Okay. Alright. The new archetype that's been pretty hyped. I think they're all worms, right? Yeah, the new worm archetype. Tenyi Spirits. So these guys basically get their effects by popping off. I think they destroy themselves or something. It's been a while since I read them. But the cool gimmick about Tenyis is that you can link spam using your opponent's monster. So that's kind of decent. Did I miss one? Oh, I'll check it out after this. So the new Tenyis all have effects based off of their is that Hakai? Oh, did I get it mixed up? Oh, I got them mixed up. Huh. I thought like the Tenyi was like the translated name or something. Okay. That's another archetype. Never mind, ignore me. Tenyi. This is the normal summon. No, not normal summon. This is the normal monster archetype, I think. Or non-effect monster archetype. Yeah. If you control no effect monsters, special this from your hand. So I think they all have that effect. If you control a face-up non-effect, you can banish this from your hand or grave. Target one of your banished worms, accept this, and add it to your hand. You can only use each effect once per turn. So they all special themselves. And this one recurs worms from the banished zone. This one, no effect monsters, special this from your hand. If a face-up non-effect you control is destroy a battle card effect, banish this from your hand or grave, target one of those destroyed monsters and special summon it. Then you can destroy one monster your opponent controls. Okay, so if one of your guys dies while this is in the grave, after you've used it for a synchro or a link summon of the other Tenyis, it can pop a thing. Banish can target one of those destroyed monsters, special summon it, and destroy. Yeah, pretty cool. Then destroy one monster your opponent controls. Then you can destroy. It doesn't target as well, which is cool. So that's alright. Mapura. When your opponent activates a card effect that targets a face-up non-effect, banish this from your hand to grave and negate the activation and destroy it. So it offers your Tenyi boss monster some protection, which is pretty good. I don't think it's that easy to put on the board turn 1, though. That's the issue. But we'll see. Nahata. This one is when attack is declared involving your face-up non-effect. Banish this from your hand to grave. The opponent monster loses 15. You can only use this once per turn. So they have an honest as well. Probably the worst one, I would say, so far. This seems like the worst one, but I think you still need to play all of them because you just need names on the board. So you can special. Well, technically, you can't spam special because when you special it, you now have a non-effect monster. Which one's the tuner? I can't remember which one the tuner is. It's Adara, this one. So this guy's the tuner. Okay, cool. And then we have the level 7 here, Vishuddha. I think this is the one you want. Like, you want, like, to special this guy and then normal summon Adara. And then make the level 8, I believe. If you control no effect monsters, you can special this from your hand. If you control non-effect, face-up, non-effect monster. Banish this from your hand or grave. Target card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. You can only use each effect once per turn. I think there's a way to make this a quick effect. Isn't there? Isn't there like the field spell or something? Or like the boss monster when synchroed with it lets you make it a quick effect or something? Am I missing it? No? Okay. Well, it's still pretty cool. So, you know, special from your hand, make the synchro, and then banish it, and bounce card your opponent controls. So it's not terrible. This is probably one of the better ones. But yeah, that's the Tenyi main deck monsters. I'm sure somewhere in here there'll be the field spell. I feel like they have a field spell or some kind of spell support. The Simorgh archetype. Read this a while ago. So apparently you can like just bounce a bunch of monsters with your opponent's that your opponent controls with these things. You have like 2 new tribute summon monsters, and then you have a bunch of baby Simorghs. So let's start with Bird at the beginning. When this is normal, to activate this effect during your main phase. Normal Simorgh in addition. So they all have, all the baby ones, I think, have the Seraphonite style effect that let you extra normal summon. So that's how you're supposed to be trying to tribute these guys. This card is in your grave and your opponent controls no cards in their spell and trap zone. Special this in defense, banish when it leaves the field. Also, you cannot special monster for the rest of the turn except Winged Beast. You can only use this each effect once per turn. So he only gets that effect when he's normal summon, but you know, you normal summon acts as tribute fodder, and then when he, you know, then you can special him back in a different turn and, you know, make more tribute fodder if your opponent has no spell and traps. So yeah, you just tribute summon that. It's kind of like very similar to Monarchs in a way. Reminds me a lot about Idea, actually. Idea? What's the black one called? I can't remember. Man, it's been a while. But that's what it reminds me of. Bird of the Beginning. When this is normal, to add a Simorgh card from your deck to your hand. So this is Rota. Eidos, that's the one. Yeah, so this is Rota. Any Simorgh card. Always good. Always amazing. When you see an archetype that lets you search cards of that archetype, not just monsters. So you can search the spell and traps. There's a field spell, I believe, as well. I don't know what it is with me and field spells today, but I think there's a field spell. If this card is in your grave and your opponent controls no spell cards in the spell and trap zone, special this in defense. Banishment is a field, so more tribute fodder. So yeah, these are really good cards. Like so far, these look pretty good. Simorgh Bird of Calamity. When this is normal, send a Simorgh card from your deck to your graveyard, except himself. Okay. So you can just send one of the babies and then special it. That gives you 2 cards to tribute if you need to. But I think the big ones, we'll get to that in a second, but I think they can tribute themselves if you using only one Simorgh as a tribute. I might be wrong. Maybe that's like a spell or trap card that helps you do that. I won't jump ahead of myself. Let's just keep reading. If this card is in your grave, your opponent controls no current spell trap, special it in defense. Management of this field. Cannot special monster rest of turn. Yeah, okay. So this guy just bins a card. I think there's a spell and trap card that has like a grave effect as well. So I think all of these like lower level ones are kind of good actually. I think this might be the not good one, but I think it's still good. When this is normal, target a card in your opponent's spell and trap zone, return it to the hand. This card is in your grave and your opponent controls special this in defense, banish with the fields. Yeah, okay. So this is probably the worst one. It's just a normal summon, bounce a card in your opponent's back row. Like not great. I'd probably play like 1 or 2 of him. Probably like 3 of the other ones. Well, definitely 3 of the first 2. But this guy is definitely not that good. Like, just bounce a card on your opponent's back row. It's not that great. Yeah, it's good in Sneak Peek. Okay, sure. Okay, here we go. The new boss monsters of the Simorgh archetype. Simorgh, Lord of Storm, level 8, Wing Beast, 29 attack. Your opponent cannot target this tribute summoned card with spell or trap effects. So, completely shits on Sky Striker. You can only use each of the following effects of Simorgh, Lord of the Storm once per turn. When a spell trap or effect of a spell trap is activated, tribute a wing beast and target card your opponent controls, shuffle it into the deck. So I think you can just tribute like the other guys that you special summon. Ideally, you don't want to be tributing himself, but yeah. When a wing beast monster you control is destroyed about while this is in your grave, you can add it to your hand. So you got some recursion there as well. It's not that amazing. It's really good when it's good, if you know what I mean. Like, if your opponent's playing a deck like Sky Striker that very much relies on spell and traps to deal with your opponent, this card's very good. You know, against something like Altergeist, Coitus effect, bounce this to the hand, not that amazing. But, you know, it's decent. It's decent given the right matchup. Simorgh of Darkness. While face up on the field, this is also wind. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If you tribute summon a dark or wind, you can special this from your grave if it was there when the monster was tribute summoned or hand. Even if not. My favorite clause in PSCT. So this guy is just a special summon onto the field. When a spell trap or effect is activated, tribute a winged beast, negate, and if you do, destroy. So they have a lot of disruption for spell and traps. But, you know, borrow load effect. So, they don't have much protection there, but maybe some of the spell and traps do. I don't know, we'll see when we get there. Alright, you guys told me I missed Izna. Alright, Yosenju Izna, this was the one I missed. I'm sorry, my bad. Ooh, she's a mommy, though. Is this a mommy card? Wait, is this a guy? Am I getting debated? I don't care, dude. I'd still. Alright, level 4, Beast Warrior. During the end phases, this is normal. Return to the hand, you can use each of the following effects once per turn. Discard this card. This turn, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when you send his normal special summoned. Protection versus Torrential Tribute, Smile. If you control another, you send you draw one. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's decent. He's decent. I mean, this deck's always just been Lightning Chidori Turbo, isn't it? All right. Best Blaster Cannon Core. The Team Sam archetype. This BES is the Team Sam archetype. It's the best deck. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, special this from your hand. Level 9, so anyone out there who enjoys, Men of Culture, who enjoy playing Gozen Match, sorry, not Gozen Match, what am I talking about? People out there who enjoy playing Enter Blasnier Turbo, there you go, level 9 on the board, easy. You can only special him once per turn this way. If this is normal or specialed, place 3 counters on this card. Cannot be destroyed by battle. The end of the damage step, this card battled, remove a counter if you cannot destroy it. There you go. Great. I don't know how much this helps the best deck in the game, but it's a level 9 body on the field, and it's a, what is a machine, right? Earth machine body on the field that you can put down going second. I'm sure that's good in something. That has to be good in something, right? Vic Viper T301. Level 4 machine light monster. Look at the artwork on this thing, man. That's cool. When an attack is declared involving your face-up monsters and opponent's monster, special this from your hand or grave, but banish when it leaves the field. You can only use this once per turn. Other light machines you control gain 1200. This card wouldn't have been good if it was released 5 years ago. It's not going to be good now. Wow, that's terrible. Reptilian Lamia. Whoa, dude. Any snacky boys in the chat? Yo, anyone here into their snack girls? Because, whew. She's thick. That thick, though. Okay, level 2, Tuner Reptile Dark. This card is in your hand and all monsters you control are face-up reptiles. Target a face-up monster your opponent controls, change its attack to 0, and if you do special this card. Then take damage equal to the monster's res attack. Okay, cool, great. That's not relevant, but it's whatever. If this card is sent to the grave as a material, target up to 2 face-up monsters in the field, change their attack to 0. You can only use this once per turn. So you can reduce your opponent's monsters to 0, like 3 times, it looks like. Twice in the grave and then once when you're special summoning it. And then you can make a bunch of synchros with reptiles and kill your opponent. If anyone know what deck does this, let me know, because I have no idea what deck can utilize this. But if reptiles are good, she'll be good one day. Konami are very careful to make reptiles good. Do you know why? Because Snake Rain might be good one day. Ranryu, level 4 Dragon Wind, 15 attack. You can only control one Ranryu. If you control a spellcaster, specialist from your hand. Wow, this is exactly like Nefariousness of Nefarious or something. And Gigabyte. There's like 4 cards in the game that have this. If you control spellcaster, specialist. Yeah. There's literally like 4 cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like that do this exact same thing. That's crazy. It's the 4th card now? Yeah, okay, great. Well, there you go. That's crazy. Shout outs to Phoenix, but he was like playing Crusadia and then making Azathoth before popping off with the Saryuyas and stuff, because you can make like a rank 4 just by special summoning, because Magus is a spellcaster. And then you special summon Nyarla and then rank it up into Azathoth. And then your opponent can't use Hand Trust Rest, and then you just Crusadia combo them. So this helps there as well. I don't think it has any other effect. This card is destroy a battle card effects on the Great Turmoils, 15 attack and 200 defense in your grave except itself, and special it. With these exact same stats. Okay, that's not why you're using it. Control spellcaster, special it. That's probably good. It's a dragon for LP. That's its effect. What do you mean? Because we needed more guard dragon support? Yeah, right. Probably, yeah. Reclusia is level 3. Okay. It's one of the familiars for Charmers. Yeah, let's be real. No one's going to be playing it in Charmers. Well, maybe you can. It's a dragon extender. Yeah, but what spellcaster are you going to have on the field? I guess the Magus. Sure. Okay, well, there you go. Thunder Dragon players, there you go. This card, keep an eye on it. This is probably good. This is probably good in your decks. If you're playing Guard Dragons, that's a good card. Avida, Rebuilder of Worlds. Oh, I think we talked about this a while ago. This is scary. This is no more extra links. Level 11 Cybers, 35-35. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from your hand by there being at least 8 or more link monsters with different names on the field and or in the graveyards. You cannot special monsters, other monsters turn you special summon this card. This card's special summon cannot be negated. If this card is special summon, shuffle all other monsters that are banished on the field and in the graves into the deck. Neither player can respond to this. This card does not like extra linking, right? If we ever have extra linking in the game, put 3 copies in the side deck. I think there's a better one, to be honest. Isn't like Idly like better? I think like there's another card that does the exact same thing. If the total link rating of monsters on the field is 8 or more, special this. This is special where your opponent controls more links. Send all links to the grave. Yeah, I think this one's slightly better, because at least you can still play your deck after this. Yeah, like you summon this, wipe all the link monsters away, and then you just combo. So there you go. That's probably better. But I mean, she's cool as well, I suppose. I spoke in detail in a video explaining why this one would be better in what situations and vice versa. So like, if you break someone's entire extra link, some decks can still play after their extra link is broken. So it depends. It's not good for Thunder Dragon. Thunder Dragon ends on like, you know, not link monsters. Witchcrafter Golem Aruru. Aruru! Aruru! Oh, it's a witchcraft monster? Ooh. That's a mommy, dude. Yo, that is a mommy card. Whoa. Big if true. Level 8 Spellcaster, 28 attack. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a spellcaster or targets it for an attack, target a card your opponent controls and a Witchcrafter spell in your grave. Specialist from your hand, and if you do, return the target card to the hand. This is like the only good like Witchcraft card. Like all the Witchcraft cards are so slow, but this one's good. This one's legitimately good. Like this is actually a good card in Witchcraft, and I think it's very easily searchable as well, because I think they have like a Rhoda. That's Altagai support. Targets a spellcaster. Target card your opponent controls. Special summon if you do return. Wow. This is actually just like, you don't even play this in Witchcraft. Wow, this is actually just this is actually just for Altergeist. Huh. Can someone please at DZ for me? Someone at this at DZ, please. That's actually just an Altergeist card. Never mind. Okay, I totally didn't even realize, hey, you could just play this in a Spellcaster deck. What's the best Spellcaster deck? Probably Altergeist. There you go. Gizmic Orochi, the Serpentron Sky Slasher. Serpentron. Wow, dude. What a name. This guy's cool. Level 8 Dark Machine. I think this guy's pretty awesome. It's like a Hydralander kind of card, isn't it? This is in your hand or grave. Banish 8 cards from the top of your deck face down. Special summon it. You can banish 3 cards from your extra face down. Target a face-up monster on the field. Destroy it. You can only use this once per time. Dude, like, what is this card, man? That's crazy. I don't know what you can play this in, but it's really cool. I like this card. Level 8 spams. I don't know, dude. Search it off Climax. Sure. It's shit. Nah, dude, this isn't shit. This is amazing. Oh yeah, Gren Maju. There you go. That's your new support. That's like 13 cards banished or something, like just for summoning him. Cataclysmic Cryonic Caldo. Okay. Level 8 Wind Fairy. If a face-up wind you control destroy a battle opponent's card effect, special this from your hand, then place a spell trap from the field on top of the deck. This is not bad. Maybe you can play this in Simorgs? You know, it's level 8. It's got the synergy there. You can, you know, make a rank 8 in that deck, perhaps. Put a body on the field. Spin a back row, which is what that deck is useful in. It seems pretty decent. It seems pretty decent. Yeah, not terrible. Voltester. Level 7 Thunderdark. If this is special to a zone a link monster points to, destroy all link monsters that point to this card. Then destroy all other monsters that those link monsters pointed to, and follow the link arrows of all those destroyed monsters, destroying everything they point to, and repeating the process until there are no more to destroy. What is this card text? I have never seen any PSCT like this in the game. What is this? I see what they're going for, by the way. It's actually really cool. You know, it's like an electric current going through the link arrows. But it sounds like a very convoluted Raigeki. Guess what? You got what's on the ban list that just came off? Just came off the ban list? Triple Dark Call. Does the exact same thing. I don't know how you special summon this to a link monster zone. Like, how do you do that? Anyone know? That's cool to imagine in the anime. In the anime, this card probably looks amazing. Is it in the anime? I hope it is. It probably is like the coolest looking like animation ever. But this card text, by the way, this card text. Destroy all link monsters that point to this card, then destroy all other monsters that those link monsters pointed to, and follow the link arrows of all those destroyed monsters, destroying everything they point to, and repeating the process until there are no more to destroy. I just had to say that out loud again. What the flip? Tlakalel, his malevolent majesty. Tlakalel. Okay. Level 5 Dark Fiend, 24 attack. If this is Tribute Summon, destroy any number of face-up monsters your opponent controls whose combined attack is less than or equal to the original attack of the monster tributed to Tribute Summon this. Again, I feel like these are just convoluted Raigekis, you know? I feel like there's a bunch of Monarch cards that already do this. I feel, you know, like, I mean, I'd rather just play Caius. Like, legitimately think I'd rather just play Caius. Like, a card from, like, 2006 is legitimately better than this, you know? Like, I don't know. Okay, this card is disgusting. This is the new, like, Pachycephalos. Level 4 Dinosaur Earth Monster. Negate the effects of monsters in the extra monster zones while this is in the main monster zone. 2000 defense, by the way. When this card is destroyed by battle, special another one. Like, this is probably gonna be in some dumb anti-meta deck. I don't know, dude. Like, this card is kind of disgusting, you know? Just negate anything in the EMZ. That probably just destroys a lot of decks, you know? Like, can you imagine trying to, like, resolve a mermaid? Like, playing Orcus and you're just like, how do I out this stupid dinosaur? I can't deal with it. I can't resolve my mermaid. So this card is horrible. you know, I can totally imagine this probably being played in something. It's a level 4 dinosaur Earth. I mean, it's searchable from Fossil Dig. You can probably special summon it somehow with some dino stuff, probably, right? Misk can special summon it. There you go. Miscellaneousaurus can special summon it. Like, imagine making like a full dinosaur board and then Miscellaneousaurus end on this as well. Just summon this from the deck in defense, you know? Like some true king dino deck probably just do like the VFD things and summon this in defense, you know? It's like, come at me, bro. I don't know, dude. Like, that thing's ridiculous. But yeah, Spirit Sculptor. Level 4 Fairy, Light, 16 attack, 21 defense. Tribute a monster. Add a monster from your deck to your hand, whose combined original attack and defense equal the combined original attack and defense of the tributed monster. You can only use the effect of Spirit Sculptor. So in order to know whether or not this card is good, we need to, like, Google every single, like, Yu-Gi-Oh card in the database whose attack and defense equal exactly 37. 37. Someone compiled it? Wow, okay. Tips, is it? This card can be searched by... Oh, no, that's not it. Has anyone got a link? Yeah, there's probably someone out there who's made a list. So he can tribute himself, so you normal summon him, tribute itself, and there's probably, like, you know, there's a database out there somewhere that tells you what he can search, and then from that point on, we can decide whether or not this card is good. Because, hell if I'm trying to do that work. I ain't doing that work myself. You can tribute any monster. Yeah, I get that, but, like, the idea is, you know, you tribute himself, because you normal summon it, tribute itself, like, okay, sure, if you have some other thing, maybe there's, like, a crazy gimmick 2-card combo you can do with him, but, you know, I would assume you'd probably tribute himself more often than not. Wow, is this the image here? There you go. That's every card in the game that he can search. So you can search a bunch of artifacts. Chronograph Sorcerer, that's pretty cool. Gold. Cyber Dragon, okay. Tribute himself, search Cyber Dragon, special Cyber Dragon. Tribute himself, search Bryanak. Oh boy. Yeah, I think there's a couple of okay targets in here. Silva, Lead, Exarion, Pog. Can we play this and go? The new level 8 guy, Prophecy Destroyer, the Magic the Gathering artwork, Apprentice Illusion Magician, or whatever her name is. Dynamite, pretty cool. Yeah, okay. So a bunch of, like, random things you can search for them. There you go. You straight up forgot that you researched the search targets in stream. Yeah, I did do that one time. I just can't remember, like, you know, we do a lot of things on stream. Earth, level 3 insect. Flippa. Shuffle this card and any face-up monsters in its column into the deck. In its column. Boy, set this under the EMZ of your opponent. Flip. If this card is normal or specialed, change this card and any monsters in its column to face down defense. Oh, non-targeting Book of Moon as well. Flip. Flippy boy. Probably not good, but you know what? It flips. Magistric Maginician. Not magician, Maginician. Magistric Maginician. Is that a word? I don't know. 2000 defense, level 1 fire spellcaster. Each time a spell is activated, place a spell counter on this when it resolves. During the end phase, you can remove 3 spell counters, target one of your banished spells, add a card with the target's name from your deck to your hand. You'll use this effect once per turn. Maybe there's something cool, crazy, and gimmicky you can do with this guy. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say it's far too slow because it's the end phase. So that's probably why this guy will never see play. It's too slow. But I could be wrong. Magicalibra, a level 4 vanilla pendulum tuner spellcaster, scale 5. Declare level from 1 to 6. Target 2 face-up monsters you control until the end of the turn. Reduce the level of one of those monsters by the declared amount, and if you increase the level of the other by the same amount. Ooh, that's very confusing. Is this supposed to be like a synchro thing? So you decrease the level by, like, you know, 3, and then you increase the level of another guy by, like, 3. Target 2 face out until the end. Reduce the level of one of those monsters by the clear amount if you increase the level by the other by the same amount. But then your synchro, then the synchro summon doesn't even change. Like, it's the difference is all you've done is take away from one and give to the other. So it's the same amount of levels you have on the field. So probably not for synchros. Reduce the level of something and then overlay it with another different monster. I don't know. Not very good. Fortune Lady Every. Oh, this is the one, dude. This is the one we were talking about earlier. Oh, Oh, she's got those thighs out. She's wearing the one piece. Poggers. Level 7, question mark. Attack and defense becomes its level times 400. So that's what, straight away? What's 4 times 7? I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of retarded. I legitimately can't do that. Once per turn during your standby, increase this card's level by 1, maximum 12. Then you can banish face-up monster your opponent controls. During your opponent's end phase, if this card is in the grave, banish another spellcaster and special this. You can only use this effect once per turn. That's a really cool card. This is a good card. Like, you literally just can't get rid of this card. During your opponent's end phase, if this is in the grave, banish another spellcaster and special. Like, this card is just never going away. So that's kind of cool. Level 7 Synchro. During your standby, increase level by 1, then banish face monster opponent controls. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool. Interesting for, like, Pendulum because of Destrudo. I don't really think it's that good in Pendulum. Like, I'd rather just make Zeta or the Spell Negate dude, because what are you going to do with this thing? Make this, and then wait till your standby to banish something they control? Then you can banish a face-up monster your opponent control. Yeah, you can't even banish, like, a face-down that they set. Like, I don't know. But I'm sure, unfortunately, this is great. And, of course, you know, she's got some cute thighs, so automatically that makes her playable. Borrowload Exchange Dragon. Level 4 Dark Dragon, Exceed. 2 level 4 Dark Dragon types. Neither player can target this Exceed card with effects except its own. Once per turn, detach material from this. Target a face-up monster in the field. It loses 600. Then you can special 1 Borrow from your grave, but banish it during the end phase. You cannot special other monsters or attack directly for the rest of this turn. Wow, that's like 3 different conditions they put at the end there, and it's like made it really bad. This guy is just gimmicky. I'm not gonna lie. Like, what is this guy for? You know? Special summon a Borrow Sword that died in the previous turn, you know? It's like, I don't know, it just seems terrible. This really doesn't seem good to me. It's like, good in a losing situation. It's like, if you already summoned a Borrow, why aren't you winning the duel, you know? By the time you summon a Borrow monster, ideally you've just killed them, you know? Or you've just stolen a monster with Borrow Load that they just have nothing left in the tank. I don't know. Seems very gimmicky. It's pretty hard to summon as well. 2 level 4 Dark Dragons. What deck spams 2 level 4 Dark Dragons? I don't know, like, maybe Pendulum?
Hello.
Or something? I don't know. Bearded Jester, thanks for the Prime sub. We've read the Marine Cesses. Here's the other Tenyi cards. So, I think these should be the... Okay, yeah, here's a Link Monster. Ah, very cool. Alright. The existence of this guy makes this deck so much better. Because you can special summon a Tenyi guy, Link summon it, now you can special summon again. Because you have a non-effect monster. And then you can make a second Link of this guy, and then special another one. And then that's like a Link 3 without normal summoning. But let's see what else they can do. They have a Link 2 as well, which you can go into. 2 worms. Discard a card, target a worm in your grave and special it. You cannot activate the effects of monsters that were special from the extra for the rest of the turn except Tenyis. When an attack is declared involving your face-up non-effect, target a card your opponent controls, destroy it. Your face-up non-effect monster, target card, destroy it. Okay, cool. So that doesn't include herself. Kind of a mommy, so that's good. But this is the guy you should be making. Link 4, is it? Link 3? Link 3, okay. 2+ monsters, including a Link monster. So, yeah, there you go. I think that's basically your boss monster. I think there's a Synchro as well, right? His arrows are pretty Pepega. Sure. Tenyu's pretty much Mare Turbo. Maybe. I guess you could do that. Wine, the Wind Charmer. Yeah, this is exactly like Hita, but for winds. So, there you go. That's the thing. Link Mail Archfiend. These things are loading really slow. Let me load a bunch of them in advance. What is this guy? Link Mail Archfiend? I've never seen this before. 2 monsters, including a Ritual Fusion, Synchro, or Exceed. Okay. Those are some weird-ass arrows. Beyonce fan, maybe. I don't know. To the left, to the left. If this card is special summoned, target a Ritual Fusion, Synchro, or Exceed control, or in your grave, all monsters your opponent currently control lose attack equal to target monster's attack. To the end of this turn, your opponent can target monsters you control that were special from the extra deck with monster effects. If this card would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish a Ritual Fusion, Synchro, or Exceed from your grave instead. Honestly, not bad. The only issue is, I would rather make a different Link 4. Like, I would rather just end on, like, an Avramax or an Apollousia instead. He's good. He's good. Don't get me wrong. It's a really good card. It seems good in Sky Striker. Yeah, that's true. But I just think there's maybe better options. But it depends on the deck. I don't know. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I just think, you know, this card here, for example, is just better, right, to end on. So this is basically Light and Darkness Dragon, but a Link monster. So this card's pretty good. 2 monsters with different names except tokens. You can only control 1 Apollousia. The original attack of this card becomes 800 multiplied by the number of materials used. So 2 would give it 16. 3 would give it... Give me a second. 22. That gives you 3 negates. Once per chain, when your opponent activates a monster effect, make this card lose 800 and negate the activation. Doesn't destroy, just negates, but, you know, that's potentially just straight up 2 negates minimum with this card. And that's really good. That's really, really, really good. Triff Gaming is probably creaming himself over this card right now. Defender of the Labyrinth. 2 normal monsters. Okay. So not non-effect monsters. Let me clarify. It's not non-effect monsters, it's normal monsters. A Link monster with no effect is a non-effect monster. It's not a normal monster. Just so everyone is aware. I can't even imagine, I can't even like think of how you would make this in Tenyi. There are no normal monsters in Tenyi. Because they aren't normal. They aren't non-effect. They aren't... The Tenyi Link monsters aren't normal monsters. They are non-effect monsters. The only normal monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Are the yellow cards. Alright? Just so anyone is, you know... Just so you guys know. Non-effects you control gain 500. So that includes monsters that aren't just yellow. Also, all effects your opponent controls lose 500. So you get an attack difference of 1,000, basically if you're playing normal spam or something. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by your opponent's card, target a non-effect monster in your grave specially. You can only use this effect once per turn. So, he seems like he would be good in Tenyi, but he's too hard to make. 2 normal monsters? Like, how do you play this in Tenyi? You can't. You need to play like Rescue Rabbit and some vanillas or something. But other than that, I guess he's a decent card. Baba Barber. Whoa, dude, what are with these mommy cards they're printing this set? Yo, I would let her cut more than just my hair. Okay, 200 attack, Link 2, Fiend. 2 monsters, just 2 monsters. At the start of each battle phase, target this card and 1 monster this card points to. Banish it until the end phase. You can only use the effect once per turn. Okay, great. Target this card and 1 monster this card points to. You could... What's the point of this card? What's the purpose of this? Banish your own monster until the end phase. Is it even a quick effect? What is it for? There has to be something it's good in. Banish Necroface. Dodge evenly. Farfa yourself. Okay, interesting. I don't know. That, I mean, maybe that's good in something. Link back. Normal spell card. Target a Link you control in the EMZ. Move that monster you control to your main zone it points to. Then you can send cards from top of your deck equal to its Link rating. What is this supposed to be like Lightsworn support or something? Okay. It's just a straight up -1 to mill some cards. Maybe good? I don't know. Grid Rod, equip spell. Equip only to a Cyberse. It gains 300. It is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. The first time it would be destroyed by battle each turn, it's not destroyed. If this face-up card in the field is destroyed and sent to the grave, you can activate this effect. Cyberse you control currently cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects until the end of this turn. Wow, dude. This is like Cyberse Yamato. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is there? Maybe you can just make like a big Cyberse monster that can't be targeted or destroyed. The one we just read, that I can't remember the name of already. And then you equip this with this thing? Like, no out in the game, dude. No out in the game. Or something gimmicky and dumb like that. I don't know. This isn't going to see play. Rising Fire. This is always treated as a salad card. If you control no monsters, activate this card by targeting a fire in your grave and special it and equip it with this. The equip monster gains 500. When this card leaves the field, Destroy that monster. This card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect. Banish monster on the field. You can only use each effect of Rising Fire once per turn. Okay, well, I mean, I guess it's like a worse Will of the Salamangreat? Maybe? Premature Burial for Salads? Sure. I don't think I'd play this over Will. Fury of Fire. This card is always treated as a salad card. Special up to 2 salads with different names from your hand and or grave in defense. But their effects are negated. For the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you can only special from the extra deck once. You can only activate one for your 5 turn. I was just about to say, man, I would probably play this over Will now. But for the rest of this turn, you can only special from the extra deck once. Yeah, no thank you. I gotta make my Balinks into Wolf, into the Reincarnated Wolf, into the Heat Leo, etc., etc. Yeah, that's not really gonna work for me. Maybe it's good. I don't know, dude. Fortune Vision. When this card is activated, add a Fortune Lady card from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, if a card you control is banished by a card effect, except during the damage step, you can activate this effect this turn. Monsters you control cannot be destroyed by cannot be destroyed by card effects, even if this leaves the field. Once per turn, if a card your opponent controls is banished by card effect, except during the damage step, make the next battle damage you take this turn becomes 0. That's a lot of words to not do anything. Wow. This doesn't do anything. It's a Rhoda, I guess. Fortune Lady Calling. If you control a Fortune Lady monster, special Fortune Lady from your deck with a different name from the cards you control. Also, for the rest of the turn, after this results, can't special from the extra except synchros. You activate 1 Fortune Lady Calling per turn. I mean, I don't know, dude. Is this that good? Maybe. I don't know. What does it really do? I've read these cards like twice over, vaguely. I couldn't really tell you what it does. Yosenju Wind Worship. If you control 3 or more Yosenju monsters with different names, return as many Yosenju monsters you control to the hand as possible. Then you can draw until you have 5 cards in hand. Oh, but it's only like a draw 1 or 2 after you've normal summoned. This is not good. I know it seems like busted. It's like, wow, dude, Pot of Greed, like draw 2. But like, the monsters go to your hand and it's like, draw 2. I don't know. The cards can be sent to the deck too with the other card. Activate it after the battle phase. Can you chain it to the summon of the 3 and then summon them again? I don't know. Then you pendulum them back. But like, I don't know. Like, this just seems weird to me. Flawless Perfection of the Tenyi. Here's the field spell. You can see Adara and the Link 1 on the card art. It looks really cool. All non-effects on the field are unaffected by monster effects. Once per turn, if your opponent special summons an effect monster while you control the face down or non-effect monster, except during the damage step, draw 2. If your opponent specials an effect monster while you control a face down monster or non-effect monster, draw 2. Wow. So you draw 2 during your opponent's turn. So I can totally imagine having to play hand traps in Tenyi. Good synergy there, because you can just draw your hand traps. So that's kind of cool. Making all your guys unaffected by monster effects is decent. So, I mean, seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Yeah, that's not that bad. It's decent. Vessel for the Dragon Cycle. Is this another Tenyi card? Normal spell. Send a worm from your deck to the graveyard. Then, if you control a face-up non-effect, you can add from your deck to your hand 1 Tenyi monster with a different name from the monster sent to the graveyard. You can only activate 1 Vessel per turn. So this card's really good because you can send Tenyis from your deck to the grave that have like all the protection effects. They have all the pop effects, and then you also add a card from your deck to your hand in the process if you have a non-effect monster, which shouldn't be hard because you should have the Link 1 before you activate this. So pretty good card. Yeah. It sets up your graveyard for the protection and stuff, you know. This limits worm grave effects in the future. Maybe, I guess. But yeah, this is a really good card. Tenyi looks okay. Looks playable. Doesn't look amazing. What's the rarity of these Tenyi cards? Rare, ultra. So the only expensive card is the Shaman. And I would assume you probably don't need more than 2 of her. 1 or 2 of her looks fine. So that's a budget deck. Fists of the Unrivaled 10. Oh wow, there's more. And the field spells are rare as well. Vessel's rare. It's just a full rare archetype. That's kind of cool, dude. You know, dude, for a budget archetype, this is really good. Like, for, like, a budget archetype, that's really, really good. Elbor's Sacred Lands of the Simorgh. All Wind-Winged Beast on the field gain 300 attack and defense. You can only use each of the followings per turn. You can reveal a level 5 or higher Wind-Winged Beast in your hand this turn. You can normal Wind-Winged Beast for 1 less tribute. There you go. So I knew there was some way you could summon those Simorghs for less. And it's with a field spell. If you control a Wind-Winged Beast, you can immediately have this effect resolves normal summon a Wind-Winged Beast. A Winged Beast. So I think the stacking effect doesn't work with the monsters. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I use Simorgh Beginnings, which gives me an extra normal summon, and then activate this, that's not 2 extra normal summons. Do they stack? Does that work? You can? You can normal 3 times? Okay, well, wow, this card's really good. This card's amazing. Like, there you go. Simorghs have 3 normal summons in a turn, so yeah, there you go. You could definitely play some Monarch cards in that deck, right? Simorgh Onslaught and Repulsion. Alright, here's the spell and trap cards. Normal spell. Discard a Winged Beast. Add 2 Simorgh monsters with different attributes from your deck to your hand, but banish this card. Oh, that's a different effect. Wow, you can actually search the babies so easily. So you can just discard like an extra boss monster and then add like a baby and like the other like boss monster or something, right? Really good. You can banish this. It's kind of annoying that it's a cost to discard. Yeah, if your opponent Ash Blossom this, it's like... But, you know, gotta have some weaknesses somewhere. You can banish this card from your grave. Reveal a Winged Beast monster in your hand. If you do, reduce the levels of monsters in your hand with that name by 1 for the rest of this turn, even after they are summoned. Why is that good? Because they're all level 8. So reducing it to 7 still means you need to tribute twice. Reveal a wing... You can banish this card from your grave. Reveal a Winged Beast monster in your hand. If you do, reduce the level of monsters in your hand with that name by 1. The good ones are 8. Some are 7. Is that like the old ones that are 7? And the field spell reduces the level by 1? Does this thing reduce level by 1? No, it doesn't. It gives you 1 less tribute. Okay, so I guess it just lets you summon the old ones. Sure. Simorgh Repulsion. Discard a Winged Beast monster. Return all cards in your opponent's spell and trap zones to the hand. That's a themed Trunade. That's a themed Trunade, boys. All cards in your opponent's spell and trap. Not just face-up cards like Hey Trunade or face downs, whatever it says. You know, because they butchered that card. This is just straight-up giant Trunade. Heavy Trunade. Did I say heavy Trunade? Whatever. Bounce all back row to your opponent's hand. And then you kill them. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Reveal a Winged Beast monster in your hand. And if you do, reduce the level of monsters in your hand with that name by 1 for the rest of this turn. Even after they are summoned. Okay, well, I guess you can just, like, use this and the other one. And then you just, like, need 1 tribute. And then if you have the field spell, you can have it for 1 tribute less. So you can literally just normal summon a level 8 monster. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right? You can literally just normal summon a level 8. Doesn't bounce back field spells. Yeah, but what field spells matter? Oh, right, Mystic Mine. Never mind. It still doesn't out Mystic Mine. Okay, Hypernova Burst. Banish face down from your hand or face up field 2 monsters that can't be normal. Draw 2. Yeah, okay. So this is the Infernoid card. I thought this was like amazing. I thought this was like so cool. But then when you really break it down and think about it, you have to banish 2 monsters. So you banish 2 Infernoids, and this card leaves. So that's -3. Then you draw 2. It's still a -1. And you banish face down. You don't like ditch them to the graveyard or something. So this card, unfortunately, isn't that good. I'm sure there's some deck out there that can use it, but, you know. Konami doesn't want us to have nice things. It's just a really bad Allure of Darkness for Infernoid. Psychic Fervor. During the battle phase, target a face-up monster you control, lose life equal to its attack, and if you do that monster's attack is doubled, it cannot attack directly during the turn you activate this card. Target Farm Girl, I guess. 3000 attack Farm Girl. I don't know. Block out Curtain. If a card you control would be destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, you can destroy this card instead of one of those cards. If a card your opponent controls would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from grave instead of one of those cards. Your opponent controls. Why would you want to protect their cards? If a card your opponent controls would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from grave. Well, this is pointless. Like, what can you do with this card? Protect your own floodgates? Protect your field? I don't know, dude. I'd rather literally just play like Dart Bribe and Judgment. Does kind of the same thing, sort of. Protect your opponent's Mystic Mine. Stops Diagram for a turn. Okay, sure. You can stop your opponent's Diagram for a turn. I'm sorry, that's just so gimmicky. Sextet Summon. Yeah, this thing is insane, right? I believe. Banish from your hand, grave, and or face-up field 6 monsters. Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Exceed, Pendulum, and Link. Each with the same original type, by the way. The same type as well. Then special a monster from your deck or extract with the same original type as those banished. Doesn't even ignore the summoning condition. You can only activate 1 Sextet Summon per turn. Haha, it says sex. Ugh, this card is so gimmicky and bad. I don't know. Maybe there's like a broken combo someone might be aware of, but I don't see what you do with that. It just seems awful. How are you summoning every like monster in the game, basically? Type. Draw Discharge. Oh look, it's Yusaku. Normal trap. When your opponent draws a card by their own card effect, look at those cards, and if any are monsters, inflict damage to your opponent equal to their combined attack, and if you do, banish all cards you looked at. Whoa. Okay. So, if your opponent activates Pot of Desires and they draw monsters, you can do damage and then banish them. Saryuya. Oh, yeah, Saryuya. Oh. If your opponent Saryuya's you, then... yeah, very gimmicky. Oh, here's a Marine Cess trap card. If you control a Marine Cess Link monster, target a face-up monster your opponent controls and negate that face-up monster effect until the end of this turn. Then, if you control a Link 2 or higher Marine Cess, all face-up monsters you currently control are unaffected. If you control a Link 3 or higher Marine Cess, you can use it from your hand. So this is like a really like overpowered like Widow Anchor in the Marine Cess deck. So it's really good, but I don't think it's searchable. I don't think it's searchable, which is unfortunate. There is a Marine Cess Current. This one isn't very good, I believe. When a Marine Cess Link you control destroys an opponent's monster by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the Link rating of that monster you control times 400. And if you destroy an opponent's Link monster by battle, that you would by that battle, Y control the Link to our higher Marine Cess, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that destroyed monster's Link rating times 500. You can activate 1 current per turn. If you control a Link through a higher Marine Cess, you can activate from your hand. Okay, so TLDR does some damage. It's not good. Fortune Lady Rewind. Rewind. Target any number of your banished Fortune Ladies with different names. Special to summon them, but shuffle them into the deck during the end phase. Well, return from the different dimension for Fortune Ladies. It's rewind time, everybody. I would, I'm just saying, boys, but, you know, see her. I would let them rewind any part of me at any time. Smiley face. Yosenju's Swords. Like, oh my God, can we stop with Yosenju cards? I hate reading these. If you control no monsters, reveal up to 2 Yosenjus with different names in your hand. Target the same number of face-up cards your opponent controls. Return them to the hand. Okay, that's legitimately good. That's actually legitimately good. Is it searchable? I can't remember if Yosenjus search traps. Do they search traps? They search very specific cards, like dizzying. Okay, it does search. Okay, great. Well, there you go. Yosenju tier 1 confirmed. Fist of the Unrivaled Tenyi. When a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated while you control face-up non-effect, negate the activation. This set card you control is destroyed by opponent's card effect, special non-effect from your extra deck. Wow! Oh boy, it's like Waking the Dragon for your boss monster. But yeah, it's Judgment, basically. So, that's pretty cool. I've been reading, like, I've read like 1,000 cards. It's hard to process all the information. I can't remember. Is this searchable? Can we search this in Tenyi? I can't remember. No. Damn. What a shame. Alright, Simorg's Sky Battle. Continuous trap card. Winged beasts you control cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects or monster's attack, except your winged beast with the highest attack. So, remember what I was saying earlier about, like, the Simorgs having, like, good protection versus Sky Striker and stuff, but now this one protects from all card effects. So that's cool. And it's searchable. I do remember that the one of the baby Simorg searches any Simorg card, so that's cool. So you could send this to the grave, this card, and 2 Simorgs you control with different original attributes, whose original levels are 7 or higher. Return as many cards on the field to the hand as possible, and if you do, take 5 for each card returned to hand and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the damage you took. You can only use this effect. Why not just say inflict damage to both players? I feel like that's so convoluted for no reason. Anyway, you can, like, basically just bounce 3 cards your opponent controls. This card, 2 Simorgs. Turn as many cards on the field to the hand as possible. Yeah, okay. So if your opponent makes a board, you can just bounce it all with this guy. Searchable. So, I don't know. To stop draws. Because then you could tie. If so, you can't force a draw because you will lose first. Oh, okay. Well, alright. Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my god, there's so many still left. Alright, let's keep going. How long has this been? Am I going fast? I can't tell. World Legacy Bestowal. Normal trap. Activate only one of the following effects. Send a link your opponent controls to the grave. Banish 7 World Legacy cards from your grave. Add a Cyberse from your deck to your hand. Any Cyberse monster. Well, we're probably using the first effect, which I believe, you know, it's fine, because, I mean, this card is searchable by Ib. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is searchable by Ib. And on top of that, I feel like you would just play World Legacy Sorrow instead, which is also searchable by Ib, and it just negates and destroys any card. This Judgment. So I don't know, I feel like I would just play that over Bestowal. But I don't know, maybe it will have its use. The Return to the Normal. When exactly one monster is normal or special to face up, except during damage step, destroy all monsters in the field with less attack than that monster. You can only activate the Return of the Normal per turn. Simorg support? Question mark. Bad torrential. Get out! Target 2 monsters your opponent controls that were special summoned from the extra deck. Shuffle them into the deck. Well, that right there, boys, is legitimately a freaking good trap card. What rarity is this? It looks expensive. Secret rare. That is a really good trap card. Just bounce 2 extra deck monsters. Normal trap. Play this in Paleo. So that's really good. Versus Thunder Dragon, you can play this going second instead of the... it's basically... It kind of power creeps Forbidden Apocrypha in a way. Because Forbidden Apocrypha was like really good versus decks that extra deck spam the same type of card. But nowadays everyone's, you know, spamming like links and then like a Synchrona link or a link in a Fusion or a link in Xyz. You know, going second versus Pendulum, I can imagine this being very good if you can try and bait out those negates before using this. Yeah, this is really good. Really good trap card. Trap card nonetheless, which makes it bad, quote unquote. But for a trap card, that's probably one of the best trap cards we've seen in a while. Storm Dragon's Return. Target a banished monster, special to your field, return to hand during the end phase. Okay, just a straight up like Call the Haunted for banished cards. Can't think of the deck that this is really good in. Paleo? Cosmo? That's true. Oh, yeah, actually, that's really good. Cosmo for sure, yeah. Alright, well. Nothing super amazing. But yeah. They unbanned Tempest from this card. Set Uppercut. Normal trap. When a monster you control is destroyed by battle, Special a monster from your hand or deck with attack less than or equal to that destroyed monster in face down defense. You can only activate one setup or cut per turn. So is this like raccoon support or something? Crawler support? Sure. Yeah, something like that. Dwimmered Glimmer, continuous trap card. Activate this card by banishing a face-up you control or a monster in your grave. Special this as a normal monster, 0/0 spellcaster light, with the same level. You can activate one Dwimmered Glimmer per turn. I feel like this amazing artwork's just wasted on these cards. Fighting Dirty, normal trap. If a card you control and a card your opponent controls are destroyed by battle or card effect at the same time, each player draws 2. You can only activate one Fighting Dirty per turn. How is that anything, like, how is that Fighting Dirty? What does that have to do with Fighting Dirty? No, nothing, there's nothing, like, Fighting Dirty, like that, like, you know, draw 5 cards without showing your opponent, don't call a judge. Like, that's Fighting Dirty to me. You know, not like, hey, buddy, let's both draw 2 cards, smile. I don't know. It's a dirty -1. Yeah, exactly. Fighting for those -1s. Load faster, please, Yugipedia. Oh, the Dreammare archetype. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Barricade Borg Blocker. What link is this? 2 monsters with different names? Link 2, right? Okay, 1000 attack, link 2. 2 monsters with different names. If this middle left and bottom center, so like underclock ticker, if this card is link summoned, discard a card. During the end phase of this turn, add a continuous or field spell from your grave to your hand. You can only use the effect once per turn. Face up spells you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Search Imperial Order. Add the continuous or field spell. Oh, spell. I wanted to have fun with this. Oh, yeah, add Mystic Mine. Oh, Hresvelger, the Desperate Doom Eagle. These cards just don't have pictures or something? Sure. Link 3, 24 attack, 2+ wins. Bottom left, bottom right, top center. So like Deco Talker. Gain 24 while your opponent has no monsters in their grave. Quick effect, target a monster in your opponent's grave, shuffle it into the deck. You can only use this once per turn. Decent, I guess. Wind, though. So, not a lot of decks can really make this and make that much use of it, but sure. Quick play spell cards, Star Power. During damage calc, if you're link battles, your monster gains attack equal to the total levels of ranks times 400. Sure. That was probably in the anime. Trap card, normal, Fuma Wave. Target a face-up monster on the field. Destroy one monster on the field with the same attribute, but a different name as that monster. Slow. Alright, here's the Dream Mirror cards. Shame that they don't have the pictures here, because the artwork of the Dream Mirrors is insane, dude. But this deck is garbage, TLDR. I'm sorry to like disappoint, but maybe with some more support, this will be good. But yeah, these are not great cards. So level 1 Light Fairy. If this is special by the effect of a Dream Mirror monster, add a Dream Mirror card from your deck to your hand. Hello. Thank you, GamerX7712. Wow, what a name. Welcome, Gamer. During the main or battle phase, if Dream Mirror of Terror is in a field zone, tribute this special Ikelos, the Dream Mirror Mara from your deck. Okay. And then that specials this guy, and then when he specials a Dream Mirror monster, which is usually one of the boss monsters here. And then if this is special summoned, it can't be destroyed. It tags out a field spell, and it can special summon this guy who pops a card. There you go. You get 1 pop on the field. There's the trap card you can search every turn. It recycles your banished Dream Mirrors, and then it banishes a card on the field without targeting, so that's kind of cool. And these are the field spells, Dream Mirror of Terror and Dream Mirror of Joy. During the end phase, they tag out into each other. That's basically the deck in a nutshell. Sorry I didn't spend so long on that, but they're not very good. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe with some support they'll be decent. Yosenju Orochi Channeling. Oh my god, dude. How many Yosenju cards are there? If you control no monsters, activate one of the following effects for the rest of the time. This revolves, you can't special monsters except Yosenjus. Add a level 5 or higher Yosenju from deck to your hand. Yo, busted. Great. place Sinchu L and Sinchu R from your deck in your Pendulum Zone, but destroy them during your opponent's next end phase. Great. Wow, dude, that's actually great. Awesome. Maybe if we're playing Pendulum Senju, that's how you do it. Mannequin Cat. Oh. We didn't have Mannequin Cat till now? Huh. Okay. 2 level 2 monsters. Bunch of like degenerate stuff is done. Detach material. Target a monster in your opponent's graveyard. Special to your opponent's field. That's pretty dangerous. Give your opponent a monster. Turn 1. That probably lets you do crazy things, right? I mean, yeah. We've seen like 3 FTKs with this thing. If a monster is special to your opponent's field while you control this, target face-up monster your opponent controls, special monster with the same type or attribute. Yeah. Grinder Golem, basically. Kiki Nagashi Fucho. Rank 1. 2 level 1s. Unaffected by other card effects. Once per turn. Detach 2 materials. For the rest of this turn, this card can be destroyed by battle, and you take no battle damage. Huh. Well. It's a fat bird. White Aura Monoceros. Level 7. Fish Synchro. Water Tuner. Plus 1 or more non-tuners. When this card is Synchro summoned, target a fish in your grave, special but it can't attack this turn. You can only use this once per turn. If this card you control is destroyed by opponent's card effect sent to the grave, banish another water from your grave, special this card, and if you do, it's treated as a tuner. Every so often, every set, I sit there and I think to myself, whenever I see a Synchro, is this going to be good in Crystron? It almost never is. So sad. White Howling. If you control a water, target a spell in your opponent's grave, banish it. If you do for the rest of this turn, negate all spell effects on your opponent's field. Well, if you're playing a water deck, you can negate Engage. Is Shizuku water? Is Shizuku water? Huh. Well, there you go. The Striker Mirror just got really bad. Yeah, this actually could be a legit side deck for a Striker Mirror. FA Shining Star GT. Link monster for FA's boy. 0 attack, link 2, bottom left and right. 2 machines. Gain attack equal to the total levels of all the FAs this card points to times 3. Neither player takes any battle damage attacks involving this. Each time an FA spell trap is activated, place an athlete counter on this. Your opponent activates a monster effect, remove an athlete, negate, and destroy. Huh, not bad. Not bad. I don't know how easy it is to make and then summon and then create a board with it and put some guys that point to it, but just in a vacuum without really knowing what FAs do, it's pretty good. Dragoonity Knight Romulus, boys. The Dragoonity Link. Ooh, this guy. 2 dragons and or wing beasts, except tokens. This is Link summoned. Add a Dragoonity spell or trap or Dragon Ravine from your deck to the hand. Add Dragon Ravine from deck to hand. Yikes. If a dragon is special from the extra to a zone this points to, special a dragon or wing beast from your hand to defense. For the rest of the turn, its effects, if any, are negated, and it can't be used as a link material. It can only use each effect once per turn. Oof. This guy, boys. This guy. Rogue of Endymion. Level 3 spellcaster fire. Is this really the last card in the set? Wow. If this is normal or special, place a spell counter on it. You can remove a spell counter from this card and discard a spellcaster monster. Set a continuous spell directly from your deck for the rest of the turn. You can't activate it or activate cards or the effects of that card with its name. Slow AF. Yep, Garbo. Alright. Well, that's finally it, boys. We have read every single card in Rira. Cards to look out for. Ranryu. This card's really good. What else is there? Romulus. Really good card. Striker players. Play White Howling. Mannequin Cat. Do some FTKs. Dream Mirror sucks. Don't play that. Get Out. If you could, it's a secret rare. If you can get this card cheap, I would, because just buy it. That's just a really good trap card. That's really good. The Tenyi archetype. If you're looking for a budget archetype, Tenyi seems legit. Like, the deck's literally going to cost you like fucking $10. So, really good for its price. Yosenju players, good luck, have fun. If you're looking for a new deck to play, Simorg looks good as well. Looks decent. Appaloosa, very good Link 4 to make in like Pendulum or something. Marine Cess, if you want to play like Paleo Marine Cess. Doesn't look completely terrible or unplayable. Voltester, if you want the most convoluted card text in the entire game of Yu-Gi-Oh! What else was there that was like really cool? It's kind of it, really. Yeah, I think that's really all that comes to my mind. I don't think there was anything else that was like, wow, amazing, you know? But yeah, most of these cards are whatever. These are probably some of the best cards in the set, I would say, in my opinion. Not this guy, but, you know, there you go. There you go. Thanks for watching. That's my Rira set review.